You could probably name some of the most popular painters in the world, but would you be able to list the top 10 most expensive paintings in the world? Exotic paintings made by popular paintings can get expensive, really expensive, depending on various factors like how rare the painting is, how old the painting is, who made it, or what the message behind the painting is. These paintings are bought by rich millionaires and billionaires who just want to flaunt their wealth. In this video, we will be talking about the top 10 most expensive paintings ever sold in the world. So, without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Silver Car Crash, Double Disaster by Andy Warhol, worth $105 million. Andy Warhol's most valuable work, The Silver Car Crash, was sold for $105 million at a Sotheby's auction. This was a signed artwork from Andy Warhol's Death and Disaster series. The painting uses silkscreen and spray paint to depict and symbolize a gruesome and tragic car crash scene. The American pop artist is known for making artworks that highlight certain subjects and issues. As apart from being an artist, Warhol was also a film producer and director. Plus, he was also an influencer, and he used to highlight issues both verbally and through his art. Number 9. 3 Studies of Lucian Freud by Francis Bacon, worth $142.4 million. This extremely rare masterpiece was sold in a post-war and contemporary auction held by Christie's in 2013. This artwork was made by the renowned Irish-born English figurative painter Francis Bacon, and this painting was sold for a whopping $142.4 million. This artwork was a subject to fierce bidding, and it was part of Christie's landmark year, where their auction grossed a record $691.6 million, and that year's auction broke Christie's own record by a massive $200 million margin. This painting by Francis Bacon also beat Edvard Munch's The Scream, which was sold for nearly $120 million at Sotheby's in 2012. Number 8. New Couche by Amedeo Modigliani, worth $170 million. Now, we can't show you this painting, as it is basically of a nude woman and our video might get age-restricted. So if you want to see it, just search for the name on Google and you'll find it. So this painting was first displayed in 1917, but after a few hours, the French police had to intervene as the painting was way too obscene for the viewers. This is one of the most popular paintings by Modigliani, and it was sold to Chinese billionaire Liu Yikan for over $170 million in 2015. Number 7. Wasserschlangen 2 by Gustav Klimt, worth $170 million. Wasserschlangen translates to water serpents. This painting is painted by Gustav Klimt, a famous Austrian artist. Yves Bouvier also sold this painting to Dmitry Rybolovlev. Initially, this painting belonged to the owner of the Viennese silk factory, but it was later confiscated by the Nazis, and finally by Gustav's illegitimate brother Gustav Ukiki, before it was sold. Number 6. Les Femmes d'Alger by Pablo Picasso, version O, worth $179.4 million. Pablo Picasso is another famous artist who is known for his amazing artworks, and Les Femmes d'Alger is one of his most expensive and valuable artworks. This painting was made between 1954 and 1955, and it was first sold in November 1997 for $31.9 million to a collector from Saudi Arabia. It was showcased at Christie's 2015 Looking Forward to the Past sale. This 20th century artwork was estimated to bag $140 million in the auction. When the bidding surpassed $120 million at the auction, the bidders gradually drove the price by just $1 million at a time mostly. Eventually, the painting was sold to a phone bidder with Brett Gorvey, Christie's international head of contemporary art, for $179.4 million. Number 5. Violet, Green, and Red by Mark Rothko, worth $186 million. Well, even if you don't look at the painting, you're not really missing out on anything, as the title explains what the painting really is: violet, green, and red. This is the artwork of Mark Rothko, a Russian-American abstract artist. Now, many have different perceptions of this absolutely generic painting. However, people buy it for a ridiculously high price due to how simple it is. Strange, right? Well, it was bought by Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev from Yves Bouvier, who faced many lawsuits due to allegations of misrepresenting this artwork, and also selling this artwork for double the price. Bouvier reportedly bought the artwork at half the price and sold it for double, pocketing half the money. Number 4. The Card Players by Paul Cézanne. Estimated between $250 and $300 million. Paul Cézanne, the French painter, was one of the most popular painters back in the 19th century, and he made this painting of two players playing cards during the time when he was most acclaimed for his artwork. This was also one of his most valuable works, as it was bought by Cutter's royal family back in 2011. We don't really know the exact price, but it was somewhere between $250 to $300 million. There are 4 more pieces of this masterpiece out there, placed at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Musée d'Orsay, the Courtauld, and the Barnes Foundation. Number 3. Nafea fa Ipo Ipo by Paul Gauguin, valued around $300 million. Another expensive painting on this list is the Nafea fa Ipo Ipo, a painting made by French artist Paul Gauguin. He was a post-impressionist artist who was recognized for his experimental use of colors and textures. However, Gauguin was not recognized until his death, which gives us a lesson that many times we give value to certain people after they're gone. Anyway, the title of this painting translates to "Will You Marry Me?" This interesting painting features 2 Tahitian women, as Gauguin spent some time in Tahiti back then. The painting was sold to Cutter's royal family in 2014, and the price of the painting is rumored to be around $300 million. Number 2. Interchange by Willem de Kooning, worth $300 million. This painting was painted by famous Dutch abstract painter Willem de Kooning. He was known for his abstract expressionism, and one of his first paintings that depict his forte was Interchange, which was one of the first few abstract landscape artworks. This is the reason why the painting was very high in value, and in September 2015, the painting was sold to the CEO of hedge fund Citadel, Kenneth Griffin, for a whopping $300 million. The painting is currently on loan at the Art Institute of Chicago. Other than this highly valuable artwork, Kenneth Griffin also bought a Jackson Pollock artwork to extend his collection of highly expensive and rare artworks. Number 1. Salvator Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci, worth $450.3 million. This artwork was painted by Leonardo da Vinci in the 1500s, though the authenticity of this painting was always a big concern for auction organizers like Christie. It's still rather unclear whether this painting is da Vinci's real work or a piece made by one of his highly skilled students. Regardless, this art piece is highly valued, and it fetched a mighty amount of $450 million at one of Christie's auctions in 2017. It was bought by none other than Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, through his Minister of Culture. The painting was due to be displayed in Louvre, Abu Dhabi, but it was cancelled, and we don't know when the most expensive painting in the world will be displayed to the public by the Saudi government. Thank you for watching our video on the top 10 most expensive paintings in the world. If you like this video, press the like button to show us some admiration. It won't cost you anything. If you like our content and want to see more from us, press that beautiful subscribe button and press the bell icon over there so you can get notified right away. We'll see you next time.